Hey, good morning. This is Reginald Andre, and normally I say with Arc Solver Cybersecurity, but notice that I am actually wearing a different shirt today. I don't know if you noticed, but I am also involved in a nonprofit with my wife. We run and own the nonprofit called the Mavuno Project, and the Mavuno Project exists to raise awareness on human trafficking and child sexual abuse internationally and locally. And the reason for my video is because we have an event coming up on Saturday, July the 22nd from 9:30 to 1 o'clock. And I am wanting to personally invite you and your children to come and watch, come into this workshop that we're going to be having. And if you don't have kids from that time, that age, I'm sure you have cousins or nieces, nephews, someone with that age, within that age group that can benefit from this. So let me talk about what is human trafficking. Many of you may have seen the movie Taken. And in the Taken movie, you have this girl and she's walking down the street and a white van comes up and three guys in all black shows up and snatches them. And then from there, the movie goes and you know what happens at the end. Well, human trafficking is actually the opposite of that. Yes, you still have those scenarios where someone is kidnapped, and that is very, very true. However, what we're focusing on in this workshop is what's happening in the world of social media. Everything from TikTok to Facebook to Instagram to what's happening when the children are playing video games. There is a lot of luring happening within these platforms. And in our workshop that we're having, and let me tell you, this is going to be such an impactful workshop. We have the Honorable Oliver Gilbert, who's the chairman of the Miami-Dade County Board. We have Councilwoman Linda Julian. We have Councilwoman Shannon from the Miami City of Miami Gardens. We have Miami-Dade College partnering with us. We have Dolphins Football Unite partnering with us. So we have a lot of great organizations that are standing behind the Mavuno Project and what we're doing with human trafficking. And look, I know sometimes, and even for me, sometimes I'm like, whoa, human trafficking, that sounds like a very heavy subject. Do I really want my kids exposed to this? Well, let me tell you something. First of all, they probably already know about this. And if they don't know about this, would you rather for them to hear this from somebody else, from one of their friends, or would you rather for them to hear it from you as a parent or in a safe environment like we're going to be doing at the Betty T. Ferguson Center on Saturday, July the 22nd. So, of course, we know it's going to be ages 8 to 14, so we're going to make it age appropriate. But guys, this is so important because as your kids are playing these video games online and they're going and you're giving them phones and tablets and things like that, you have the entire world watching your kids, seeing what they're doing to see how they can prey on your kids. And this is why we felt that it is so important that we do this workshop. And this workshop is also going to have a back to school. We're going to have the goodie bags for each student. We're going to be having food at the end. So it's going to be a lot of fun, but it is going to be a serious topic within the respect of their age, taking consideration again that their age. So we really, really would like for you to come. I want to also give you some statistics here in South Florida, actually in Florida. So Florida is the number 3 state in the country for human trafficking. So you can't say, hey, it doesn't happen in my backyard, or I live all the way in this nice neighborhood and it doesn't happen here. Or, my child is black and brown and they don't come to our neighborhoods. Let me tell you, my wife does this every single day. She does this for a living. Mavuno is her full-time job now. And we hear stories every week of scenarios where people were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that my child was in this or involved in this or almost, et cetera, et cetera. So that's why we want to be sure that your children are aware of what's happening so that they can now be more vigilant. Because as you know, it only takes that one message, that one phone call, that one incident to really, really affect children. And this is why we're doing that. Also, just to give you an idea of why about human trafficking in general, And this is just for you as a parent, you as an adult. This is something that you should know. Sex trafficking is the top 3 most illegal crime in the country. So we have drugs, right? You have gun trades. You have, even in my space, cybersecurity and ransomware and all of that stuff. Well, human trafficking is in the top 3. And let me tell you why. Again, this is more for the adults listening. If I'm a drug dealer and I'm selling cocaine, I'm selling, crack, I have to go to my supplier, my distributor, and I have to now get the product. I have to then sell it to someone. Then I have to go back and I have to rinse and I have to repeat. But with human trafficking, I have this human, I have this boy, I have this girl, even adults. And statistics says that the typical person that is trafficked, unfortunately, what the traffickers do is that they can now reuse that person 10 times a day. 10 times a day, 7 days a week for 10 years. So think about that. If I'm selling drugs, I have to go back each time to get the new product. Well, with a human trafficker, that person is the same product. And they're just reusing them. So I know that's a little heavy. And again, that's going to be more towards the adult. And we're going to be very sensitive that we have the kids 8 to 14. But I just wanted to talk about this to the adults because I think it's very important. And it gives a really different perspective of how big this industry is, that this industry is almost as big as the drug trade, the illegal drug trade in the United States. So please, guys, I hope that you can come out. It's again going to be Saturday, July 22nd from 9:30 to 1. Registration is required because we got to make sure that we bring enough food. We got to make sure that we have enough chairs. And it's going to be a fun and safe space. And again, this is all brought by the Mavuno Project. However, we have great partners with Councilwoman Linda Julian, Chairman Oliver Gilbert, Councilwoman Shannon Idegaro. We have Miami-Dade College. We have Football Unites through the Dolphins program and many other partners. So this couldn't have been done without them. So thank you as well to them. We'll see you there. If you have any questions, please DM me and I'll be happy to answer any questions.